All right, so here we are back at Bishop Lake on Brighton Recreation Area. We are headed down to the fishing pier, do some fishing today. It's first day for me this season. It's the first nice day over 70 degrees here in Michigan, so let's do some fishing. Just a little bit of a walk all the way down to the pier, but see if we can catch some fish. Bit windy. So it's a bit windy today, so I'm gonna change where I'm casting, let the wind do most of the work, and go from there. probably going to be boring until I get a fish, so I'm not going to record too much until we get a fish. So I just had my first bite. I think I know exactly where I need to cast. It's been about 15 minutes since I last had the camera on. We'll see. Felt like an aggressive bite though, but probably it's an artificial lure, so I probably just bit it out of instinct and realized there was no taste. Spat it back out, but I felt it. I also don't know much about fish other than they're fun to catch and eat. And releasing the day. So in one of my prior videos, I went on a 6-mile long trail hike on the Pinocchio Trail here at Brighton Recreation Area. This is Bishop Lake that I'm currently fishing on. There's a campground over that way, a boat launch right there, easy access to this fishing pier here. Access goes all the way along to the public beach there, which I believe I mentioned in my prior video. But those trails that I was hiking was roughly out in that direction. You can see a bench over there, that might be part of the trail. But that parking lot was straight up that hill. Can't quite see it right now, but up in that direction. And all this is state land, although I do think there's some private property over in that direction. But pretty decent little lake to come out and just kind of enjoy, and it's pretty close to everything really. Awesome little spot. But here's the fishing pier. Earlier there were some people out here. When I drove by, I had to run home real quick because I forgot something, so then I came back out here. But just want to get out on the water because, like I said, today's the first nice day in Michigan so far. We've had a couple nice ones, but today is the first one over 70 degrees, and it is beautiful out. Finally wearing shorts, so put the jeans away for the year until fall. All right, let's get back to fishing. So I just watched that guy or person, I can't tell who, over there with that bike, just came down that hill and totally biffed it. It was pretty hilarious. I had another bite too since the last time I had the camera on. I also got to watch a couple geese land. Geese are straight out that way, bobbing in the water. You can kind of see their whites of their bellies popping up a little bit if you just follow the fishing rod straight out. Pretty cool to be out here. Right now it's peaceful. This campground's not really popping, but There've been a few people riding by on their bikes. Oh, look at that. Grass bass. Yeah, a few people walking by, somebody walking their dog. Pretty empty today, but I've been out here when this place is packed. Everybody plays volleyball over on the beach. Pretty fun. Pretty nice area. I couldn't tell you what type of fish are on this lake, but I do know that there's bass and crappie and, you know, bluegill. So your standard panfish, bass mixture. I'm sure there's perch. I haven't looked for any information to actually see what's been stocked in here, whether they stock it or not. But there's a couple lakes here at Brighton Recreation Area. This is Bishop Lake. Appleton Lake is maybe 400 yards in that direction, maybe a little bit further. It's not too far away. And then I think there's another lake off of that area somewhere. All of it's state land, so the DNR manages it. So there's a check-in station off of Chilston Road if you're coming here. Chilston Road and Bishop Lake Road. That's like the DNR headquarters for the area. So I can always stop in there and see what sort of species they have at all the various lakes. But I'm out here. I fished this dock a couple times in the past. It's been several years. When I was younger, we used to come out here and we'd bobber fish. So just live bait and a bobber, catching panfish all day. I don't believe that this is an all sports lake, so I don't think you can have a motorized water vessel. But I do think you can have a trolling motor. You know, as long as it's electric, you can be out here. Till then. So that guy that ate the dust, he just rode by, came up on the pier with his bike. It's one of those electric, foldable, crazy, super mountain bikes. He's like, yeah, I'm way too old to be doing that type of stuff. It's like, you caught me. Walked away from it, all good. But kind of funny. Came over asking if I caught any fish. He was like, yeah, I caught 18 so far. I told him I was only out here about half hour, 45 minutes. Had a couple bites, but nothing. But he goes to take off right down the pier right here, and he actually hops off the bike, turns it around, and he goes, "Uh-oh, that's not good." I'm like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "When I let off the brake, it just starts taking off on itself." Ooh, that's a bummer. Wouldn't have seen that today if I didn't make it out here to go fishing. Even if I haven't caught any fish, it's still funny watching other people. Public land. You got some turkey vultures or some other sort of birds flying around up there. I don't know if you can see them. There's one there. And one over there. That one's actually coming in a little bit close. Can't quite tell what they are from here. Obviously the GoPro doesn't zoom, or at least if it does, I don't know how. But even though I haven't caught any fish, still seeing wildlife, which is cool. I'm actually thinking about changing up my spot. Going to another area that's not too far away from here. I'll leave the Brighton Recreation Area system, head down towards Ann Arbor a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure yet. There's like 2 other lakes that I know of within a 20-minute drive that are public lake access that have a fishing pier similar to the one I'm fishing on. But other than those couple bites I've had earlier, I'm not getting anything. I mean, it's early in the season. I'm using artificial bait. Not too big of a deal. Huh. There's those birds again. Yep, turkey vultures. I think turkey vultures. I don't know. I'm not a bird watcher, and I'm out here fishing. So, we'll see. I might go someplace else, check out a new spot, try to catch a fish today. That's my goal. Alright, so I'm packing it up here at Bishop Lake. Wind picked up a little bit. Haven't gotten much other than a couple bites, which I actually think was just seaweed that I kept catching at the right angle to where it felt like a bite. So I got a couple more spots I want to try out today. One of them is, I actually just found it last week driving around looking for property, but it's actually south of Hell, Michigan. Don't quite know the name of the lake, but I do know it's got a similar setup to this: fishing pier, boat launch, campground. I think it's Bruin Lake. I could be mistaken, so I'm gonna drive down there, about a 20-minute drive from here, maybe a little bit longer, and see if that lake's got a little bit better fish activity going on. Got some geese here. All right, just showed up. We're at Bruin Lake. Campground's currently closed. We're on Pinckney Recreation Area outside the village of Unadilla. This is the lake we're going to be fishing. Got some company. A swan, a couple geese, a bunch of other ducks over there. Some houses, but we're going to be fishing over there on that pier. Oh, look, a bench. And another one. That's cool. All right, let's get the gear. Looks like this swan wants to hang out with me, which is a bummer, because he's right where I want to cast because of the way that the wind is blowing. Here's the sun, so that way you know which direction I'm at. Geese way out there, boat. Let's get the fishing. Find a good spot to set up the camera. Keep in mind I'm new at this, so I'm just trying to figure out how to actually film mostly. It's not gonna work. So let's try this. Little tripod action. Nah, that'll look silly. You'll just be looking at my butt all the time. Let's see if this works. Best it's gonna do. So according to that map, it's over there at the entrance to this pier. This lake gets 50 feet deep in the center. Basically a giant bowl. We'll do one more, then I'll shut off the camera until I get some action. Probably change up lures too. All right. Till I get something. So I'm about 10-15 minutes into fishing, and I gotta call it. I'm getting swarmed by mosquitoes right now. These things are massive. I'm looking at one right now. Let's see if I can grab one. Yeah, look at the size of that mosquito. So I'm just getting swarmed by them right now, and I don't really want to put up with that today. So come back out, maybe tomorrow, maybe later on this week, we'll see. But it's just not worth it when the fish aren't biting and the mosquitoes are swarming you. So I'll call it, but pretty easy to get out here. Fun little spot. Yeah, look at that swarm of mosquitoes. I don't know if you could see it. So, all right, until next time, stay tuned, like and subscribe, you know the deal.